Hey everyone, it's Greg. Welcome back to another Thunderstone Thursday as we talk about some more of the Kickstarter components that we acquired during Thunderstone Quest New Horizons Kickstarter. We did play a quest number 2 a couple weeks ago, and what I want to do this time is just take this video the moment to go through some of the dungeon tiles and the layers that we got. I know the Smorga, and then just a couple of the prestige classes as well. Just take a look over their art, what they do, because I know during the playthrough it's an overall view of it and not really getting a good time to look at the actual dungeon tiles themselves. So first off, for level 1 here is plus 0 health, plus 1 armor, an ominous looking road. It's got some eyes glowing here in the back. Really nice there. And spoils, you can buy a spell or a weapon for a cost of an additional coin. Then we have the fairy meadow here, a couple fairies. You get a lantern token, no light, and instead of the armor, you have the magic resistance. You have the hollow tree here. And this is going to be an after battle ability. Put your champion in the 0 room or the wilderness. It's too light. Excuse me, if I cough a few times, I apologize. I'm trying to get over this cold. And then you also have the potion token. Really nice. Obviously, there's a theme that they're sticking with here, which I like that they're sticking with one theme. The other level 2 room is the tree house, and we're getting a little bit into the elves with this one. Plus 2 health. Spoils destroy 1 of your starter cards, but it is optional, so you don't have to. If you get that side quest that says keep 8 or how many starter cards you have to start with, you don't have to do that. But it is nice to thin your deck when you're able to. And now we have an elven outpost. Really nice bright artwork right here. Glass panels that has that mirroring effect to it. With looks like a fence along with it. Then you've got plus 1 wound, and then 2 light to enter it. Spoils level up a hero for 2 less experience, and then place your champion in the 0 room or the wilderness. Fantastic ability to be able to level up, let's say, a level 3 hero, level 4 hero for 2 less to save you that experience. Maybe at the end of the game, you're not sure if it's worth the experience to level that hero up. Well, now it's costing you a couple less, so it may be worth it then at that point. And then our other level 3 here, fantastic artwork again with the Elven Ruins. A broken down, dismantled, ruined tower looking over. It looks like an ocean at first, but it looks like some land actually, with the fog over it. Plus 2 experience. The health, unless you have a rogue, discard 1 card from your deck. Plus health equals to the card's cost. So it'll be a 0 if you have a rogue. So once again, a lot of dungeons want you to have that rogue with different dungeon tiles. They make you have that rogue. So a lot of times you want to have a couple rogues in your deck if you see this tile out. And then after battle, place your champion in the wilderness. And then that's going to be the first set of dungeon tiles. Excuse me. All right. So next, we go into one of the new quest, Clockwork Destiny. And level 1s here, we had the Magic Mines, 0 health. And for the health here, monsters have plus 1 health and plus 1 experience for each guardian key that has been found. So you may not want to hit this one overly much, or the level 1 monsters, especially if the key is still in there, because you can probably get some additional experience as well. But at the same time, it's not adding any health if you don't have any guardian keys. So it's double-edged sword on that one. Then you have the Sacred Site. Just view the artwork again a little bit here. Obviously some mines. It looks like some magical energy in the background right there. Some mine carts and some gears right over here. And then you have the Sacred Site. Really nice waterfall type work right here. A little pond. Some glowing flowers as well. 0 light, a potion, +1 health, +1 magic resistance. When you move out of this room, unless you have a rogue, there you see that rogue word again, destroy 1 gear token. So I really wish it would be something other than the rogues, to be honest with you. A lot of the times it's a rogue. I believe in one of these tiles they changed it up to a warrior or a fighter, but there's no real wizards. Which I'm fine with rogue wise, because a lot of time rogues have abilities that I enjoy playing with, but it would be nice to maybe change it up for a wizard too. The Keltian Laboratory, 2 health to get into. As a spoils, you can buy an ally, item, or spell for -2, which is fantastic to save you that gold. And then after you move into this room, unless you have a rogue or a spell, discard 1 hero. So there's that rogue word again, but it's also adding the ability if you have a spell. So if you have wizards, you have to discard a hero. So that is helpful for the wizards as well. A nice little laboratory there. Some concoctions being mixed. Next we have the Town Square. +1 wound, lantern, 0 light for just a level 2 room. Nothing else happening. Just going to add you that additional wound. Really nice little statue right there. Moon looking over the town hall. Some clockwork here too. And then we get into the level 3s. Twilight Portal. I'll flip this one over real quick. Spoils. Level up 1 hero, paying a -3. Other than the last dungeon, it was a -2. And then place your champion in the wilderness. And then also refill this room face down. Turn this room's monster face up before a battle here. If it is not defeated, put it at the bottom of its deck, which is a really can be a really nerve-wracking thing sometimes. If you have nimble fingers, this would be a great one to do in terms of being able to see what's on top of the monster deck and knowing that if this monster gets defeated, the next monster, you know what to expect for it. So nimble fingers definitely has his place for this kind of dungeon. It is a 3 light to get into it. The artwork looks like some big old statues with some more magic stuff going on with the portal going right into it. And then for other level 3 here is the Dark Forge. It's 2 light to enter, 2 magic resistance, and a treasure as a spoil reward, which is fantastic to see. And then weapons have a +2 skill. I don't love seeing that, but hey, it's a level 3. It's going to be tough. Give +1 value to the total of dice rolled from monsters. So more likely than not, for the level 3 monsters, you can see some sort of dice rolling effect for the monster specific effects. And then after battle, place your champion in the wilderness. So not awful overall. The only issue is weapons have a +2 skill, and then they're kind of trying to counteract that a little bit with a +2 magic resistance. I think the weapons +2 skill is more detrimental than the magic resistance because it's only really hitting the overall. It's only hitting the overall attack of magic, while weapons can hit multiple different characters or weapons and keep them from wielding a lot of their weapons. So a little bit different right there. Alrighty, and so that was the 6 tiles for Clockwork Destiny. And then finally, we have out of Quest Book, Vengeful Sands. This is number 8, I believe, for the quest. So for the number 1s here, we have a Merchant Caravan. It is 1 light to get into it. Gain gold equal to the amount of your attack value exceeded by the monster's health. So you'll gain the difference in gold. And then you can buy a card from the marketplace, which is really nice. You don't have to buy a specific weapon, spell, or item, or ally. You can just go and, hey, buy a card. Really powerful, especially if you have rogues in your deck. You can pretty much buy a whole lot of stuff or anything, any one card that you want from the marketplace, not from the treasure deck. Alrighty, next we have Dragon Blood Forest. So possibility of seeing some dragons here in this quest line. +1 skill, health, 0 light to get in. Excuse me. Your avian and bow cards have +1 physical attack, which is great to see. So if you have, I think some avians may be rogues, such as your Hawkswood, that would be great to see. And then Oasis, we'll turn this one over. +1 experience per light you have to a maximum of 3, so you can gain up to 3 experience. You'll see that it's a -1, but you can gain up to, it looks like 2. Refill this room face down. Turn this room's monsters face up before the battle here. If it's not defeated, put it at the bottom of its deck. So another questionable one, so we'll see what number 2 looks like here, which is Naga Nest. So it looks like some snakes. It's a light to get in. Rather than 0 light here, you do get an iron ration with nothing here, but the exchange is the experience. And then after you move out of this room, unless you have 2 more fighters, take a wound. So that'll be nice for me that I like to play fighters. I'll definitely have a lot of fighters in my deck. Shouldn't have to worry about that too much, but just to look over again at the Oasis right here. And then the Naga Nest. So for me, as a fighter, rogue, whatnot, I'm probably going to be going after this dungeon tile more than Oasis, just because I know face up what the monster's going to be. But if I want to try to take the chance with Oasis, I definitely could. Alrighty. Next is level 3, the Royal Tomb. 3 light to get into it, so pretty costly. After each time you gain a treasure cache, you gain an experience. So you're going to get 2 out of here, which is fantastic. That is amazing. On top of the level 3 monster, the possibility of gaining another treasure. You get up to 3 treasure cards from this one tile if you defeat it. Very strong tile. However, before battle, destroy 1 level 1 plus hero. It is a bit of a detriment, so make sure you're prepared for that. You have those extra heroes. Maybe you're just going to get a couple level 1s just so you have them for its effect. It's not going to really hamper your ability to play your deck effectively, but you're going to have that. After battle, place your champion in the wilderness, and it has a +1 wound as well. Really nice artwork. I like it a lot. Shows the hieroglyphics here on the tomb, the gold top on top of it. So awesome. And then finally, we have the Chalk Desert. Just 2 light, no spoils whatsoever. And after battle, place your champion in a level 2 room. So it's pretty nice there as well. Just being able to go in there and try to defeat a monster, level 3 monster, try to get those keys a little bit faster, rather than going the Royal Tomb route. Obviously, though, I think I would try the Royal Tomb more just because of the rewards you would get out of it for just losing 1 level 1 hero. All right, so those are the 6 dungeon tiles. Next, let's just take a look at a couple of these. So we have the Thunderstone Savant. Defeat a level 1 plus monster with Thunderstone in its tile. You're going to find that a lot of these cards that came with the new expansions have Thunderstone in its name, so it won't be as difficult to do that, but you just want to make sure when you set the game up and you choose this prestige class that those cards are in the marketplace. So I'm just going to kind of slowly go up here. Gain a legendary card, Thunderstone Carriage, Power Armor, Annihilator. The carriage is pretty powerful. That has the ability of static, which allows you to keep it on there for the next round. Really powerful on that one. And then you can gain another one and the other one. Then your cards with Thunderstone in their title are worth 5, meaning your Thunderstone shard, that is a sharded card, is also worth 5. So really strong on that one. For the barricade side, same thing here. Right there. All right, and then your Spice Merchant. A lot of it is with the gold. One of the cards is heroes is Shakir, the pirate. I know it's Shakir, I forget his full name though. Definitely may want to try this prestige class out with him. Deals with a lot of gold. And then all your items have +1 experience, which is nice. And then barricades mode. Just paying gold to level up or to rank up, which is really nice. And then on that you gain 10. So just be mindful that you're going to be doing that in terms of you yourself and not really helping out the dungeon. But with these ranks, you can see that some of these do remove. So you can pay 3 gold to remove 1 monster or an X. I really like the ability to remove X's, as that's pretty much the only way you can remove those. It is a village ability, so you can only do it 1 time. Pay 3 to draw a card and give all players +1 experience. Really good overall. Barricades for -5 too. Excuse me. Last one, Living Legends. Another one I'm going to have to try out sometime. Sounds pretty cool for this prestige class. Spoils. Level up 1 hero, paying its cost. Excuse me. And that's every time for spoils. So really strong ability for a rank 2. So dungeon ability here, give a monster +3 health, but also +2 experience, even if it is the rat. So you can even gain experience off of that, which is really nice to be able to get experience for just defeating that. And then barricade mode side. While at the guild's quarter, you can also use the bazaar. Really nice with the bazaar for whenever it becomes destroyed, you can still use its ability. Give 1 hero the static keyword. Really nice ability. Lets you maybe go in the dungeon a little bit longer. So those are the 3 prestige classes that I remember that came with the expansions. And finally, we do have these. And one of them that I got was the Guardian of the Sun's Lair. And sorry for the glare a little bit here. So that's what he does on that side. Malfunction may seem great, but at the same time, you're getting more monsters, which is not ideal all the time. And then rolling that trophy destroys cards. Can be good if you have wounds. So if you're taking a lot of festering wounds, disease wounds, that may be a benefit for you. And then the Hive Mind here. Hive Mind, Marcel, Baylock's Lair. We've done this one as a 4-person. Very, very hard. And now the new ones here. I'm still trying to figure out how to say your name. Amtephides, the Wicked's Lair. She's going to be dealing a whole lot of festering wounds, it looks like, so try to heal those up best you can. Clerics, if they're what you like. And then here's the other side. She's a humanoid undead. So unless you have a cleric, you cannot heal festering cards this turn. So you're going to want to have clerics. Be mindful of that. Make sure you have clerics. Thavros. Again, a starter dagger. And then add 1. So they are going to give you a whole a slew of daggers to start that are starters as well for this Kickstarter. So don't be worried about having enough. They will give you enough for it. So he's dealing with the starter cards issues. But then so you can get all of them, and then you're gonna have to discard all those. You know, getting wounds, adding monsters for all these starter cards or non-starter cards that you have. And then finally, Ezerus's Lair. And take a bite. He's going to bite you for a wound. Unless you have a halfling or rogue, discard a card at random. So there's that rogue keyword again. Or a dwarf or a human. And then backside here. So make sure you have maybe a human rogue if you're able to. Human rogue would probably be a good idea, possibly. Or if you destroyed one, you add a monster, so maybe you don't want a human at that time. So pretty nasty abilities overall, but really cool. Obviously, he's going to be really tough because at solo, you only need to hit him twice. So be mindful of that as well. So there. So those are the new tiles, the new prestige classes, and the new barricade mode tiles as well. So let me know what you think of the different dungeon tiles, prestige classes, and what kind of barricade mode you want to see next. So I've got quite a few here now, so I'm just gonna go through all of them. You let me know down in the comments below which one you want to see. And then I'll set that up in the near future. And we'll play it either as a competitive, as a co-op or as a solo. If you prefer to see one solo or maybe as a 2-player or 4-player, you let me know as well. And see what we can do to accommodate you. So the reason why there's 2 hive minds here is you have a solo and a co-op mode. Alrighty, so without further, and then the last one, Guardian of the Sun. Alrighty, well, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Let me know down below what you want to see next for a big barricade mode playthrough. Thank you.